Our main topic is column chromatography, and we will discuss its introduction. Column chromatography is an analytical technique in which substances which are to be separated, they are first dissolved in some solvent, and then their separation is proceeded. So first they are dissolved in some solvent, and then we try to separate those components, various components of a mixture. Sample is introduced on the top of the column, which is packed with some adsorbent like silica gel, like alumina, like some other adsorbent material. And the sample, when it is applied on the top of the column, the sample passes downwards at different rates. And this different rate that depends on affinities of the components for the adsorbent and for the solvent as they pass from the column at different times. Now, each component of a mixture that is retained by the stationary phase differently, and in this way their separation takes place. And different components, they run at different speeds through the column depending on the polarities of the stationary and the mobile phase. So since different components of a mixture, they react with, or they interact with stationary phase and mobile phase differently, that's why their movement, their passage of through the column that takes place at different times. As a result, they elute from the column one by one and at different times. And during this process, the eluent is collected in a series of fractions for further analysis as a function of time. So whenever this elution takes place, different components, they are eluted through the column at different time. So as a function of time, they are separated, they are collected, and then they are analyzed for further analysis. Stationary phase, they must have uniform distribution, and this stationary phase must be free of air bubbles. जाहिर है यहाँ चूँकि separation होती है, it should be free of bubbles. Otherwise separation का जो process होता है उसमें interference जो वो आएगी. और इसी तरह जो stationary phase होती है उसकी column के अंदर जो distribution होती है वो भी uniform होनी चाहिए. ये नहीं है कि कहीं उसकी concentration ज़्यादा हो, कहीं कम हो. It is commonly used for preparatory applications. Main advantage of column chromatography is that it is relatively low cost as compared with other methods which are expensive. ज़ाहिर उसमें जो equipment होते हैं वो involve होते हैं तो वो expensive है. यहाँ उसके मुकाबले में हम कहेंगे ये economical है. It involves low cost. It is also preferred because stationary phase used in the process is disposable. We use it once, twice, and then it is disposed of. And it also prevents cross-contamination and degradation of stationary phase. ज़ाहिर है इसमें contamination के chances कम होते हैं और इसी तरह से stationary phase जो है उसकी degradation नहीं होती है. So in this way, this is carried out. It has applications, it has advantages over other methods for the separation of various components of mixture.